What up, fellow collectors? Tevez here with my newest acquisition, XM Studios Black Widow edition number 007. So this is my review, gentlemen, on what I think is one of the most epic statues that I now have in my collection. Guys, this is the sleeper. This is the statue that people weren't really interested in, but she's going to get a whole lot of attention. So I'm going to cut right to the chase, guys, and show you what this awesome statue is all about. So, like always, I start these reviews out just kind of showing you how I choose to display. There's so many different options, but this by far is the one that stood out to me. She's holding this big-ass knife, a giant rifle with a scope, and there's so many different options, guys. I'm just going to go through all of them with you. So I'm just going to start by getting you guys a close-up of this portrait. Some people didn't like it. Absolutely no idea how the heck you cannot be in love with that. I mean, the paint is so clean. From the eyes, no googly eyes, just perfect. Both looking in the same direction. Lipstick, hair, just awesome. So this comes with two portraits. This one is not too shabby either. Short-haired little vixen style. Paint application perfect as we'd come to expect on our XM statues. Both great options, but I am definitely for the long-haired version. So as you can see, XM gives us a second upper half of a body. The arms are not sculpted, they're cut off like a bust. And this is where you can put your alternate head. So this is really cool. Just, they're known for their details, but if you look at the very bottom, you can see they have Black Widows carved into this gun holster, or whatever you would call it, that holds her body. So there's a pin that comes out of the body, and it goes in to this gun case. And you can spin it around, pretty cool. I think this is so freaking cool. Like, what an awesome idea to have your extra parts. You know, normally I don't swap out different heads and stuff. I kind of pick one that I like, and just with easy access, being able to switch these back and forth, both these portraits will probably get some use on this statue. So base itself, guys, another cool feature. It's not two separate bases, but the bases can actually be built differently. So as you can see, you've got like the fence post going on to the left here. So that is actually attached to the tall, cement wall with magnets on the sides here. 3 different magnets hook this up. And then over to the side, this cool ass little spider. And there's actually 2 different holes that they drilled so that you can display it different, whether it be on the top or the bottom. Still, I think it's a pretty cool feature. So as far as the base is concerned, right here is where it actually connects. So there's this huge long post, connects to this part of the base, and then you've got the fence that connects to the tall post via magnet. Up top, as you can see, it's a lamp post, LED. Touch the top, turns it on and off. And then there's a peg hole that actually goes into. And this is super cool. But the LED is in here, and it goes in magnetized. These guys are some creative dudes, that's for damn sure. So, the reason that I'm pointing out the base to you is because obviously when you look at the statue, it makes it really tall. So for display purposes, if you want something a little bit shorter, they made that possible. So this actually has the ability to fit into the side right where this would go. So you can make the base substantially smaller, keep the height of your statue as tall as her head if you want. Obviously not with this gun, if you choose to display this gun, but she's got a bunch of other swap out parts for all those collectors out there that are struggling for space. XM worked it out on this statue for you. So I'm not going to switch the base around because that would require a ton of effort. And I'm just an amateur video taker, guys. I've only got one hand, and the other one is holding the camera. So what I will do, however, is just show you some of the different swap outs that we have. So we have two separate hands that are holding Berettas. At least I think that's what this gun is. I'm no pro, but I think they're Berettas. You've got this one random hand that's just not holding anything. And then you've got these other two hands with semi-automatic Uzis. Badass shit here, guys. The coin, I'll get you guys a close-up of that real quick, and then I'll swap out some parts so you guys can see what she looks like with the different guns. So these coins, basically what they do is they include them in half of the edition size. Right, so there's 500 Black Widows that have been released, 250 of these are going to have a coin. And I'm not sure how they do allocation. My assumption it probably goes to the first 250 orders. Based on different retail shops they send them out to. They allocate them with half the orders. Back of the coin, the symbol. Nothing major. If you missed out on the coin, it's not even something that I would even really care about. It's a cool bonus, that's for sure. But if you're a completist like me, and you've got major mental issues, obviously you want to have it all. But in all sincerity, guys, really not that big of a deal. So I'm going to move some of this stuff out of the way now because there's just way too much crap on this statue. So yeah, so this bust, just go over this really quick. I mean, how cool is that? You just, here's a second body, throw your head on it so you don't have to key it in a package. Looks pretty damn cool. We'll design it so that it looks awesome, not like a boring little base, but yeah, this cool ass base. Very, very cool. All right, so hands are magnetized. We're gonna mess around and put two Berettas in right now. Be really careful with this giant gun. So I think this is pretty sweet too. Like for someone that has restricted space, you could take this base, pretty much chop it in half, and then the extent of the height would be at the top of her head, give you a little bit more space. You know, instead of having to basically have this huge lamppost if you don't have the room. But cool ass stuff. Details on the gun, and we'll get you guys a quick look at that. I mean, the paint on this is just amazing. So, I mean, even just the base. I mean, just look at the detail that goes into this. Just all the work they put into it. I mean, that looks better than the brick pavers I paid the idiots to put out in my backyard. And it's sculpted. Just cool ass stuff here, guys. So obviously you can kind of mix and match these guys. You could roll Beretta, Uzi. I'm not going to do every single different option because, well, we'd be here all night, but you guys obviously get the idea. Also a pretty cool setup. Oh, I don't know if I showed you guys the lamppost. Probably did, but just in case, simple touch at the top, on and off. And they did it with an LED. It's not battery operated. Well, not like regular battery operated, so that if the light ever goes bad, it can be replaced, fixed. Pretty genius on their part. But once again, looking out for us, the collectors. I'll even show you guys this other blank hand. Not really sure I understand the blank hand. I'd definitely rather have a couple of guns going on. But hey, whatever. At least they gave you the option, right? If somebody wants a blank hand, boom. Blank hand. Get you guys a couple more close-ups. Actually, I don't know if I turn this around. Back of the base, nothing special. Obviously, who's displaying it with the back of the base showing? But at least you can kind of see where it comes together and stuff. And that's where this attaches, where the smaller version would attach. Oh yeah, how could I forget this? So, if you look at the actual bullets themselves, so the two to the far right here, you got the one in the middle, and then you got the two to the left. They're all different sizes, as if they're bullets for different guns. Like, whoa! Who would put that much thought and detail? I know other companies that would probably just put 5 bullets, all the same. Nope. XM, this is how they roll. They just make everything they touch cool as shit. And these guys just produce gorgeous statues. I am so sold on this company, it's ridiculous. One more close-up of this gorgeous long-haired portrait. And there you have it, folks. XM Studios Black Widow. Guys, get your hands on one. I suggest it. Pick it up while it's still relatively close to retail. With only 500 of these bad boys produced, my assumption is that this thing is going to soar. I don't think it's ever going to reach Magneto numbers, obviously, because of popularity of the character, but with only 500 being made, and this is by far the Black Widow sculpt to be beat. I just don't ever see anything like this coming out. Just with all the different options, the paint, fully sculpted, it's just a work of art, guys. So, thanks for checking out my video. Thank you, XM Studios, for making yet another wonderful piece that will never leave my collection. And special shout out, as always, to my boys, Kenny and Augie. You guys are awesome. Thank you for shipping this bad-ass statue out to me. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace.